The video just stops. You got to start again. So this is the tale of Daddy and Marco in the Enchanted Forest, and the day they went to Patricia's house and Valerie Liang's. So they walked through the bush. They walked through the fence and went, they walked down a path and they could hear all the trees go whoosh, whoosh, in the wind. They carried on to the house. As they went to the door, before they even knocked the door just opened on its own.
It was magic.
Marco said, Daddy said, should we go inside, Marco? And Marco said, what did Marco say?
Yeah?
Yes. He said, Daddy, it's cold out here, we better go in. So they went indoors. The door shut behind them. Marco turned around and tried to open the door. It wouldn't open, it was locked. He turned around. And in the future, they could hear footsteps. Ha 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 ha. He heard from upstairs. Who's there? Said Daddy. Hello.
It's me.
Yes.
Patricia.
Yes. And I live here with my sister Valerie.
Leah.
What are you doing here? Daddy said,
we're just going to discover in this house.
No, we said we just come here because it was very what? Very what?
Cold?
Yes. It was very cold outside. So we just wanted some shelter. Okay, she said. Mia was just making dinner. You must eat. So they sat down. And she pulled out things that looked like sausages. But they were wiggling. They were still moving.
So they turned into animals.
On the plate, they were still moving.
They would turn into animals.
Yeah, they turned into worms and snakes.
And dogs.
Valerie was eating them with her fingers. And all the meat was all stuck all in her teeth. Big, long teeth. Yellow-brown teeth. She said, come here, boy. So Marco, you must eat some now.
But what about that?
She didn't want that. She said, we want to fatten you up, little boy. Because and then secretly she whispered to Valerie, because we're going to eat him. So they fed Marco a big, fat, juicy worm. And
what did Daddy do?
Marco went, Daddy jumped up and said, Marco, don't. And just as he was about to say, don't eat it, they zapped him with something. And Daddy was frozen, couldn't move. Eat the worm, boy, or you'll get the same medicine.
Oh, no.
So Marco ate the whole fat, juicy worm. And when he was biting into it, all big yellow sludge was coming out of it. And all the guts and stuff was coming out. And Marco had to eat the whole thing. Isn't it? And another one, she said. This time it was a beetle with wings and a hard, crispy shell. And Marco had to crunch. And all guts spewed out of it. And he ate it. Then he got his belly started to rumble. And he was getting really fat stomach. Really fat stomach. They said, that's enough, Valerie, or we won't be able to get him into the oven. Then they grabbed the boy, picked him up by his legs and his arms, rushed him into the kitchen. They stuffed a big onion in his mouth and then turned him onto his belly and put him straight into the oven.
But what about Dad?
Dad was frozen.
He did nothing.
Daddy was trying. All he could do was look on. Then, all of a sudden, he came out of the spell. He could move. Daddy looked at Marco. Marco was cooking in the oven. It was too late for Marco. So Daddy just ran away. And Marco was left there in the oven. And that night, Patricia and Valerie ate him, all the skin to the bones. The end.
That's a bad story. Let me tell my story about Salvatore. Huh?
What about what?
Salvatore.
What do you mean?
It's like Monica Toy, but a version of Salvatore.
Right.
So one day,
Oh,
me and
rubbish.
Maya,
Really?
I got Maya down the hook from the roof into Sarah's house. They tried to steal that Sarah's bunny, as then Maya took it, and then Maya tried to get me up, and so then I brought Maya up, and then there was a bat, and I started to fling it forward, back and forth, hitting poor Sarah with the bunny. So then Sarah woke up and defeated Maya. Then Maya had all
Your
got
stories
teeth,
are rubbish.
all the teeth falling out, and bleeding,
Oh, come on,
and
that's a bit
purple
much.
lies. And so then she stared at me, and then I ran, and then Maya fell through the chimney of Sarah's house, and then Sarah bet Maya up. The end.
Okay. Right, let's